Hello, I'm Nico Bro, joined by Riley Murray, and we are here to watch the last game of this round. Beautiful round 9. The Bulldogs taking on who exactly, Riley?
Taking on Manly is
Taking on Manly. Yeah, Lotto landed a blockbuster cash. Bulldogs coming off that shock loss last week to the Titans. And Manly, they would be, I believe, in the top 4 if they didn't have some indiscretions earlier in the season. So it's going to be a tough match here. Some team changes on both sides. Kobe Johnson's gone to front row for the Bulldogs, with John Boymo-Arva slotting into the second row, and Dan Hellier making his lock debut. For Manly, Aaron Beckman's back in the starting lineup after his injury-enforced absence. What do you think we're going to see here today, Riley?
I think that it's going to be a good game as long as we don't see another shocker from Damien Moana. But the Seagulls, they're an unlikely good team this season. Somehow they've just managed to be great. And even despite the controversy, Kobe Johnston laid out flat.
Yeah, Kobe Johnson just hammered there before John Boy. Interestingly, in the left second row, a lot of the speedy second rowers play that right. As Hellier gets a line break with his first touch and a pass out to John Boy, the 99 speed second row, and another offload back to Hellier. It's just these two playing with each other at the moment. Great start for the Bulldogs there. Maybe Hellier to lock is a masterstroke the Bulldogs have been missing as Vivalakwa goes straight through the line. KCK is there to wrap him up, but it means it's fourth tackle, and Bulldogs are in a great field position here as now Hodgson just takes a big settler. I think that's Beckman who wraps him up, but not before he gets pretty close to the line. And they go left now to Trevor Wallace, who unfortunately drops it. Yeah, and Damo Arno. Wasn't he making the mistake this time, but that's a bit reminiscent of how they started last week.
Yeah, Bulldogs, they're just maybe a bit afraid to complete a set, but they really had a good chance there and they've just blown it.
Yeah, I actually heard a knock on there for Manly straight back. So a nervous start to this game. But I heard that Damo Moana told his players not to perform too well because as of the conclusion of this game, I'm allowed to DM every single player in the league. And he doesn't want to attract too much attention from the incumbent Dolphins captain. As now Komeni goes straight through the line. And maybe that's why they've been off the ball the last couple of weeks. It's just a big long con from Damo Moana. I wouldn't put it past him. As now Lillard goes straight through, and I don't think KCK did get there, and then offloaded, but Pache cleaned it up somehow. What happened there, Riley?
That's a good question, Snicko. I'm pretty sure what happened is someone was taken off the ball by an ankle tap, and then it was called a knock on. The offload was called a knock on. I'm a bit confused by that one, but hey, I'm not the ref. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a frenetic start to this game. Now Pache takes another hit up. The great mid-season trade from the Eels. And now Beckman, there he is, the man straight off the bench from last week, back in the starting lineup. He's been very dynamic for a rookie at lock. You see a lot of teams slotting the halfback or a 5'8" into lock, but Beckman's of the old Chris Lord mold, and he just seems to be getting it done every week now. As it looks like Manly have finally completed a set, which is the first one for the half. Mav Kelly goes high, goes to Pato, but he's wrapped up pretty easily there.
Yeah, it was a good contested collect there, just not letting the explosive Bulldogs wingers get a chance at a line break, and Hodgson with a good break there as well.
Yeah, it seems like Manly just can't quite get set here. Every set they've opened with a line break. I think the Bulldogs first Hellier, then Hodgson, and someone in the middle. So Bulldogs are going to have to, Manly are going to have to work here to shut that down. As now Trevor Wallace gets out of half. He's into hooker for the first time to start the season, to start a game for the season, but he has been playing there after the break every game pretty much. So Moana's pulled the trigger. He's flicked Hellier out of there. I'm not sure if he's going to be at lock after the break. We'll have to see what happens. As now Kobe Johnson gets to offload. Offload City here today as Lillard pushes forward to the 30-metre line. And they might be a little bit far out here for an attacking kick, but we'll see. As it goes to Charlie Butler, the Blues debutant this season. As now Freeburn gets in. He's got some space, but Tatara Maxwell wraps him up.
It's a good run from Freeburn. Bulldogs defense just holding up, but good run from Pato.
Pato straight through, and the ankle tap brings him down. Wow. The rookie centre getting out of dummy half there. Reminiscent of KCK a couple of seasons ago. But unfortunately, Bontoff goes short side, and yeah, Manly knock it on off. They had all the momentum. They just weren't able to capitalise.
They have butchered that. That was such a good opportunity for Manly there, and they just chuck it away for no reason. That's surely going to be disappointing for KCK.
Yeah, literally throwing it away. Manly were just there as Hellier takes the first hit up on the set. A bit of a workhorse so far he's been. As Wallace goes out to Butler, the inside ball to Maxwell, and he goes straight through one, but KCK's there to wrap him up. It's going to be a big battle of the fullbacks this game. Both of them have been pretty good to start the season so far. As now Vivalacqua goes straight past one, but wrapped up there in the end. And I think the fullback's going to be key as to who gets the win here today, because like I said, they've both been tremendous. Like Tatara Maxwell, I believe, was leading the MVP voting to finish the season when it went behind closed doors, and KCK's had a blind in the last couple of weeks. As now Moana plays it to Maxwell, and he goes straight past one, and KCK's not going to get there. Beak off the man to Tara Maxwell straight through, and the Bulldogs are on the board early here.
How good is that, Snicker? It's like the commentator's curse, except reversed.
The commentator's blessing.
Commentator's blessing. Wow, how about that from Maxwell? Just as you're talking good about him, and KCK just dives at thin air as well. It's a great run from him.
Yeah, he was caught out of position there a little bit, KCK. He was on the wrong side of the goalpost and just couldn't make up the ground. And now Charlie Butler, I mean, you'd have to think he's going to kick this here. And the Bulldogs will go 6 points up 9 minutes into the game. Ominous signs here for them.
Yeah, well, it's good that Butler got that kick in. Thankfully, he's not Will Kay or Sonny Tyre, so, you know, chances are he does get it.
Or apparently lately, Hugh Snow.
You're not wrong.
Yes, now Bontoff's going to kick off here, and Manly, they're just going to have to try and reset. Like, the Bulldogs have been tearing it apart up the middle. The Fords just can't quite seem to handle it. If it wasn't for that paddle line break, you'd almost say Manly have been dominated so far with just their errors and general lack of go forward. As now Butler goes a long pass out to Kobe Johnson, and he's not sat down this time. Make amends for his last kickoff return. And Wallace goes right here out to Hellier, and he palms off one. Wow. I'm not sure who that was, but they want to leave the field right now. That's not something you want to happen on the regulars. Now Wallace goes left out to Jumbo Maava, the speedy man in the white headgear. He pushes out to the 40-metre line. And it's a good point so far, a good set so far after points. Now Wallace goes out to Lillard. He's wrapped up. And a little two-man tackle there. And are they going to take the 40-20s? Dabo Moana keen? Nah, he's not. They go out to Jumbo Maava again. He's getting through a mountain of work early, but he's just swamped there in that tackle. And they're going to be in a relatively good position here to finish after points. As Moana kicks, a good kick, very, very well done, down to the dangerous free burn. And he goes straight past Buvalakwa, but Tatara Maxwell wraps him up.
And they've been targeting Freeburn so far this game, and he's just been doing really good with all the kicks he's been chucked or kicked at. And Manly back in the attack. Hopefully they can complete this set.
Yeah, I'm not sure Freeburn's a target to kick at. He's pretty dangerous. I'm not sure. Do you know who's on the right wing, Riley? As Russell straight through Alistair.
I can quickly check. That'd be Goodwin. Yes, it would be.
Yeah, so I suppose they have options on both sides. As Manly look to finish this head here, Beckman with the knock on half grubber thing. Is he going to play advantage? They're not here. Yeah, so Bulldogs have to play the ball on the 10-metre line to finish the set. Yeah, so I suppose Ethan Goodwin's quite dangerous on the kick return as well. So Freeburn not the worst option, but yeah, very, very interesting to see him go almost exclusively down that left edge of the Manly side as Lillard pushes forward here.
Yeah, well, Manly, they've just been throwing away their opportunities on the line so far, haven't they? Just had a really good chance just there on the line and just knocks it on. Now Bulldogs, they got it again.
Beckman's not a noted kicker. They have two rookie halves. They have Mav Keller at halfback and Bontoff at 5'8". Oh, is that just outside the 40, I believe? We'll have to see where it bounces. Yeah, just outside the 40 from Dabo Moana, but still a great kick. He's turned Manly around here. So I suppose with the two rookie halves back on that topic, maybe Manly think Beckman has to get more involved with the kicking, but he's just a rookie lock as well. So I think the halves need to take more responsibility. I'm really keen to see what Mav Keller can throw up here in the halfback jersey.
Yeah, for sure. You can't leave all that pressure on the lock for all the kicks and all that. I think KCK is definitely a guy that they could have turned to if he didn't move to the fullback position. But that's maybe a conversation for a different day.
Yeah, I'm also quite curious. Mav Keller was killing it. He's a hooker primary coming on at lock and prop later in the game, and he was killing it. I remember a game against us that's dominated, and he did it a couple of weeks in a row. So interesting to see him at halfback. I'm not sure if they've had inactivities, and that's forced KCK's hand. But yeah, interesting. Is now Bradwood Goodwin goes straight through, and it's been a pretty good set here from Manly. As I wax lyrical about Big Mav, who I am, he's one of my personal faves. And they're going to end up 15 metres out here. So Buckingham goes out to Cruz Bontoff, and he knocks it on. So that's twice in a row that they've just missed the foot when they've gone to kick.
Yeah, it's big hit from Lillard.
On Beckman.
I think that Damien Moana might have passed on his bad kicking from last week. It's maybe like contagious, and it's gone to the whole Manly team so far.
Yeah, forget Ebola. You don't want the kicking virus. And yeah, Damien Moana caught it from Will Kay, and it looks like he's passed it on to Cruz Bontoff. Now as Moana, forget the kicking, just goes the pass out to Comedy. He gets the offload. Corey Goats now, his first touch of the game, I believe. I gets a nice little line break, but he only makes 15 metres before KCK wraps him up. And now Bulldogs, it's like they've just been settling into this game here. Now Comedy goes straight through. KCK out of position, goes to dive, and Comedy goes, I think that's his maiden SRL try. Might be incorrect, but I believe that's his first try. It's his first start in the centre role, and he just went straight past KCK, and Bulldogs taking a very, very nice lead here.
Man, Bulldogs are embarrassing KCK so far, just catching him out of position every single time they make a break, and they keep on just coming up with results because of it.
Yeah, KCK made the tackle the previous play on Corey Goat, so the back-to-back line breaks, it's always very dangerous in the SRL when the fullback's at marker and has to try and get back across. There wasn't much he could do there. And yeah, Comene came right off his wing there. He's playing right centre and just popped up in the middle of the field. Saw an opportunity and yeah, really struck well there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, very promising things from the young man at centre.
As now Bontoff kicks off again. It's a side becoming all too familiar here for this Manly crowd. They're not happy, and neither am I, quite frankly. I want a better contest than this, so hopefully Manly can step up here when their 20-minute subs come on. As Butler goes out to Lillard, and he gets wrapped up in a pretty good tackle there. So I think Manly just need to finish their sets. They've had 2 knock-ons in the last 2 sets to finish, and now Johnson takes a nice hit up. And if they can maybe put some pressure on, maybe a line drop out, maybe a little grubber in behind just to see what happens. Maybe they'll be in for a bit more of a chance as Marva takes another great hit up. He's been a bit of a workhorse out there, but that is what the left second row is doing. Now Wallace tries to get out of half, but no luck with the marker. They just swallow him up, and it's a bit of a wasted tackle now. Yeah, we all saw it coming. Damo Moana went for the 40-20. It would have been a 30-20 with how deep he was, and unfortunately just shanked it into Ollie Parche, the big man who just swallowed it. Now Beckman gets offload away to Bontoff. Hellier wraps him up in the end, I believe. But some good field position here for Manly. As now Buckingham gets out of half. He's wrapped up well there again. A bit of momentum here. Maybe they can make something from it now. As Pato goes to Goodwin. Is he going to push over? I think he might. Oh, turned on his back there. Really close chance there for Brad Goodwin, but unfortunately couldn't find his belly. And they're going to have two players starting on the 10-metre line. They go to Bontoff, and he goes wide to Alistair Russell, cousin of Andre Russell, the Sydney Thunder famous player. Now they go last tackle. Who's going to take the kick? It's Bontoff. He gets the grubber in. Kane Chapman Kenny is too good. We said the fullbacks were going to decide this game, and he stood up when his teams needed him. A very nice grubber there from Bontoff, and Manly are on the board.
How good of a kick was that? I think that Moana might have gotten the kicking virus back, and Manly just with a great kick right after a bad Damien Moana kick, and KCK just gets one back on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he just threaded the needle straight through Thomas Wallace, straight through Hellier. There was nothing they could do, really. Perfect kick, and yeah, this Lowland crowd are very, very happy to see this Manly team back in the game. I said I wanted more of a contest, and they heard me.
Commentator's blessing, Snicker.
I think I just know the script. Will K passed it to me before the game. I'm predicting a golden point finish here.
Well, I'm keen for that.
As Bontoff just slots it over. Sutton South Sydney Energy in the background. Very happy with that. Are this sponsors up today? Probably not. I should probably stop shouting about here. But now Bulldogs going to kick off for the first time in the game. I wouldn't say they're under pressure, but for the first time, it's like they're not just going to run straight away with this as the game goes on here. We're going to have 2 new props from either side. I'm not sure exactly who's coming on for the Bulldogs, but the Manly team have been very good in this 20 to 40 minute period, so Bulldogs will have to stay with them as Butler just bangs it downfield. Bontoff takes it and goes wide there to Greg Martin in his first game, I believe, in the SRL.
Yeah, I think it might be. Brought in after a inactive.
Yeah, so congratulations to Greg Martin on your debut. He's a bit of a Pokemon, that guy. Just can only say his name. If you've been around the SRL chat, Greg Martin being a hot topic. As now Buckingham goes to Bontoff, and they're going out to Kane Chapman. Ken, he's found a bit of space here. He's really trying to put this team on his back. Just wants to get involved as much as he can. I see a deep player. It's Bontoff, and he decides against going for the 40-20 and instead loses a 5 meters there. So that was interesting. We don't often see the little jog. And now it's going to be Buckingham, the hooker, with a kick. And that's not a bad one. He really banged it downfield, but Tara Maxwell's going to bring it back pretty much on the 40-meter line. So a good start for the Bulldogs here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that little jog was.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it in a Knights game once before that I commentated. It's pretty rare, but eventually sometimes the blinding lights, forward pass there at a half. Sometimes the blinding lights in the stadium just get in the players' eyes and they're not sure where the lines are, so they decide to take the tackle instead. It's now Freeburn pops up in the middle of the field. And makes a nice little run there for Manly, so they've got a bit of momentum here. This is their second attacking set in a row. The Bulldogs falling apart a little bit here, and Alistair Russell wrapped up well there by the Bulldogs players, but he's been getting through a lot of work as well. As now Buckingham goes to Alex Chapman, who goes back to his father, Chapman Kenny, and he's pulled down 5 meters out there. Nice little family connection there. As now Buckingham goes to Beckman, goes to Bontoff, goes to Freeburn. I thought they were going to go through there. They played sort of a short side channel there. I thought they were in, but now Buckingham goes to Pato. And he was through. But can Ben Punch push over? No. What's this Manly team doing? That's 2 tries they've just thrown away here. 1 tackle to come. Can Bontoff put another grubber in? He can. He picks up himself. Can he push over? Bontoff pushing. And he's turned on his back there. Wow. Enterprising set there from Manly.
Man, I thought I was about to see another grubber try from him. I thought he might have picked it up himself. He just didn't get enough range on it.
Yeah, he almost picked it up too early, didn't he? So he could be tackled and not quite get there. As Namana takes a run there, so he's gonna be important here for this Bulldogs side, as well as gets out of half to match this quick Manly prop rotation. Although Martin may not be max speed, he hasn't been around for that long. I know KCK likes his fast prop, so yeah, Namana's gonna be very important as Maava takes another hit up there, and Moana goes out to Namana. Man, a lot of these names sound the same for the Bulldogs here.
Tongue twisters.
Very, very hard on the tongue. It's now Butler. That's very nice and easy. He goes down to Freeburn again. Ethan Goodwin just could not touch the ball here for this Manly team. And maybe that's a ploy. Maybe they're going to slot him into fullback in the second half and just take advantage of all that stamina now as Ben Punch takes a hit up. Coming off the bench, Ben Punch. What do you think about that, Riley?
I think he's definitely a good player to have coming off the bench. I think that the Manly forward pack is actually really good. And Ben Punch is kind of like the 1-2 punch with his brother. With Goodwin, sorry. And Kane Chapman, Kenny through the line.
Straight through, turn to Tara Maxwell inside out. Hellier can't get there. Chain Capman Cheney, 2 tries back to back. We said it was a fullback showdown, and he has shown up here today. That came out of almost nowhere, and Manly are going to draw level here 27 minutes into the game.
Man, how about that from Kenny, Chapman Kenny, just doing it all himself so far this game.
Yeah, hasn't he? He's just decided that he wants to inject himself. Went straight through the line there, and I thought Tara Maxwell had him covered for all money, but just the big swerve, and Tara Maxwell on the ice skates couldn't turn around and get him. Yeah, and Bontoff doesn't make a mistake, as you would expect. Straight down over the black dot. It's 12-all here. I did not see this one coming, but I'm very happy that it's happened. Yeah,
it looked like Bulldogs might have just ran away with it at the start of the game.
They have ran away from the contest. You can say that again.
Yeah, they've just ran away. They've gone off the field now. They've given up after they got 12 points ahead. And now, Manly, they're just catching up, slowly but surely.
Yeah, this Manly team just doesn't seem to go away. In every game that I've watched them play so far this season, they don't like dominate teams like, say, the Titans do sometimes, or even the Bulldogs earlier in the season, but they just grind teams down and they just end up winning somehow. Not out of nothing, because they're a very good team, but they just win games you don't expect them to, and then they take care of the games that they should win comfortably as well. So they're going to be a dangerous team come finals if they can sneak in there.
Yeah, I think you got to have a lot of respect for them just because everyone had them as their wooden spooners for this season, and they've
I
just
actually
been
had the
amazing.
Storm as my wooden spooner.
Oh yeah, of course.
Beckman with a great kick. He was inside the 40 there. He's come off the right side of his boot. Now Goodwin, unfortunately, still can't get involved. Tatara Max will go straight past him there. But no, you're right. A lot of teams, a lot of players and pundits, commentators, fans, everyone involved in the SRL had them rated relatively lowly, especially when they had all those inactives to start the season. But credit to Chapman Kenny. He's done a tremendous job here. As hell yeah, can't seem to repeat his earlier line breaks. Maybe a fitness issue, I'm not sure, but he's been getting manhandled to finish this first half as Marva takes it up. I'm not sure, how would you rate his game so far, Riley?
Look, I'm very. Oh, hell yeah! Just proving you wrong.
Yeah,
Commentator's
and
blessing once again.
he also got the fend on Chapman Kenny, which is pretty good. He went
Yeah,
straight through the line, and he would have gone all the way if there wasn't some chases.
that's a good kick from Butler.
Oh, and
Freeburn.
Freeburn. Oh, I thought he was going to go through. They got to stop kicking to him, and they got to go to Goodwin. Freeburn just has the hot feet at the moment. But yeah, Mayava, he's been a bit of a workhorse, but we haven't seen the line breaks that you hope for when you put your 99 speed second rower centre into the second row. Like, you want a bit more action from him. Maybe that's swing him to the right hand side next week. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, they might want to figure something out there because he hasn't gotten very involved, and it's definitely something that you want from an attacking second rower. Oh,
Oh,
Moana.
Moana straight picks off the intercept. Oh, and I thought he was about to go straight through, but is that Bontoff? I'm not sure. Gets him there, and those markers were not square there. Will Kay, the referee, slacking on his job here. Wallace got out of half, but to no avail. As now Hellier goes back inside to Namana, and he's going to drag Pay with him for a couple of meters. It's already third tackle here. The Bulldogs have wasted a couple early, but maybe they've just been setting up here as they get a short ball off to Hodgson. He's dominating the tackle there. Is that Beckman? It might be. As now Wallace goes out to Butler. The inside ball to Hellier. Oh, I thought he was going to go over, but just not strong enough there. And Chapman Kenny just pushes him backwards like it's nobody's business. Now Wallace goes to Moana. He gets the little grubber in,
Moana.
and he picks it up. He shows Bontoff how to do it, grubbers through to himself, and just falls on that ball for a try.
Wow, do you think he's gotten over the plague of bad kicking?
Yeah, I think it's time dependent. So when his team really needs him, he steps up.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because that was an amazing kick there, and it just puts Bulldogs back in front.
Who is that giant next to him?
I'm not sure. It's
Number
definitely
15, Namana.
Jeez.
Yeah. Wow, huge. But yeah, great kick there from Moana. He's proving the haters wrong, of which I would count you as one, Riley, the way that you've been sliding off his kicking game this game. But when his team needs him most, he's stood up. And now Butler will put him 6 points ahead. This game's going back and forth here. Manly yet to hit the lead, but Bulldogs have gone 6 points, 12 points, and now back to 6 points in front.
Yeah, this game, it's looking promising so far. I'm very keen to see what both teams have to do to try and run away with it in the second half, because it's just been so evenly matched so far.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what Damian Moana's cooked up with these Bulldogs interchange. With all the different players in different positions, he's going to have to have done something different to what he's done in previous games. So that could be a game sealer here. As now Maxwell gets it and offloads out to Filippo Good. He's been quiet since he's come on. I think that could be his first run.
Yeah, it might be. I haven't noticed him, and usually would with his bright blue hair.
Yeah. As now Maava, he's hurt us and he gets the offload away, but Komene can't get anything done. So that's where he normally stands, Royally Komene, on that left-hand side, but he popped up in the middle for that try out of nowhere. As now the big man Namada goes straight through. He's almost the size of Marcus Square, I'd say. Just an absolute unit. Wallace gets pushed back off that offload, but the offloads eventually they come to fruition in the SRL. As now Namada goes again, doubles up on his effort. Can only make a couple of meters, run straight into the markers. As now Moana goes out to Maava. I just feel like if he was on the right-hand side, that's where they get the early ball, and that's where they can really slice through the line. But we'll have to wait and see how that one goes. Now, Moana gets a big kick down to, once again, Freeburn. I've called this a billion times tonight. But Butler's there to meet him, and I think that's the first time he's been tackled on first contact today, Freeburn.
Yeah, it might be, but KCK straight through the line and a good offload as well.
Yeah, KCK just saying, if you stop Freeburn, I'm going to come for the 1-2 punch, and you're not going to stop both of us very easily. Now Beckman goes short ball to Martin. He's been dependable in his first stint in the SRL. He's got a couple of minutes to go. I assume he won't be coming on after the break. As now Mav Keller thinks he's playing lock again, takes a big hit up. I'd like to see more from him. He's barely, his kicking game hasn't really come to the fore yet, Mav Keller, but I trust that he can pop over a field goal when the situation requires. Now as Bontoff plays it, and it's going to go to Aaron Beckman. He goes very, very high. Can he get the bat back, or is they cannot? Johnny Columbus, who we also haven't really heard from, goes straight past one. KCK has to get in his spike and turn around and trap him there. With a minute to go to halftime, a minute and a half, you'd think that this will be the last time the Bulldogs touch it, and a very, very long pass there to Charlie Butler. That was a 25-metre pass almost as he plays it. Go to Wallace. Can they just make something happen here? Lillard cannot. He's wrapped up pretty well there in a tackle, 2 in the tackle, and they just slowed the play the ball down a little bit now. Hell yeah, gets in. He gets a nice little palm off. He's had a lot of them so far this game, but just hasn't been able to capitalise exactly how you'd like. And now Ava does his thing straight at Mav Keller. They're going to be very, very well acquainted to finish the game because they've come into contact a whole lot here. As now Wallace goes to Moana. Straight down to Freeburn. I am shocked. I didn't see that coming. And Freeburn, almost he does. He turns Tara Maxwell around, but Charlie Butler's there to make the tackle. And I think when they go into halftime here, 18 points down. Unless Cameron Cheney has something to say about it, he does not. We're going to go into halftime here, 18 points to 12, Bulldogs in the lead. Welcome back to 4 Pines Park. Bulldogs currently leading the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles, 18 points to 12 after KCK dragged his team kicking and screaming back into this game with a first half double. Riley, thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I think I'm seeing some similarities so far with the Titans-Bulldogs game, just with the fullback on the opposite team scoring a double and getting the team in. This time, the Bulldogs are playing a lot better though. But I'm really keen to see how Manly are going to do in the second half.
Yeah, well, they have rung a couple of changes. They have Creed Alex Chapman playing in the lock position. He's taken over from Beckman, who was quite damaging, so he's got some big shoes to fill. They got a couple of centres, I believe, swapped on. And yeah, they're just going to have to try and really up the game here to try and run this rampant Bulldogs team down, who have also had a couple of changes. Hell yeah, off the field after his first 40 minutes starting at lock. He was a bit puffed, apparently. They had to drag him. And yeah, Mayava also been taken from the field. I'm not sure if he'll get back into a prop stint. We'll have to wait and see. And there was a good start that's going to go from the Bulldogs defensively and a very good start attacking as well. Hodgson just picking up where they left off in the first half with line breaks on the first tackle, which are just coach killers really. As now Butler does a little handoff to Tara Maxwell. He's brought down on the 40-metre line. And now Trevor Wallace wants to get out of half. Thomas Wallace, sorry, wants to get out of half. And he does so well. He's been solid, if not spectacular so far. So I'd like to see a little bit more from him now. As Lillard takes a hit up. He was very good in his first stint. He's been good again here now. Wallace goes right to Moana. He goes to Namana. He was also good. And as we found out, he belongs at the top of a beanstalk, an absolute giant. Now as Moana goes very, very high, very well placed here. There's a lot of players coming through, but KCK does what he does best and takes that comfortably.
Man, the kick chase, they just weren't quick enough to get there. It was a very good kick from Moana, and if they could have just gotten a tap back there, they could have made us a big gap to start the second half.
Yeah, and then Pache just flattened Lillard on the comeback there, so he's turned up to play here.
Yeah.
And now Mav Keller takes it up. So with maybe that kind of enthusiasm, the Bulldogs, the Manly team could get going, but unfortunately they've just been flogged off the ball here. And now Wallace gets out of half. There you go. Finally, he gets through the first line. Gets the offload away to Moana. That's the kind of thing we want to see from Wallace. That big hit's inspired the Bulldogs here now as they go. Boyd goes to Lillard, who goes out to Corey Goats. I'm glad the team touching the ball. He had frostbite. That's how cold his hands were. And now Boyd goes to Moana. Boyd filled into hooker twice in a row here, so Wallace just slacked off a little bit after his big run. But he's back now. And he's going to go left again. They're really pumping this short side. Can Lillard get over from there? He cannot. I feel like they played 4 play the balls in the same 10-metre box here. As now Moana goes.
No.
Pache. He goes to Pache. Does he have the legs? Oh, he does have a little bit of the legs.
Pache!
Gets past 2. Pache just keeps on going. He goes 70 metres there, breaking 3 tackles. He had the big bump to start. And now Creed Alex Chapman has a fend. The forwards in this Manly team have turned up to play this second half.
Yeah, I think Pache, they might need to start calling him the beach sprinter because that was amazing. And he's nearly scored there.
Millimeters from the line, but a great setup anyways. Now is Russell get over on the follow-up?
Looks like he's flipped.
Yeah, on his back. Will Kay had so he's lost his tattoos there to become a referee. Very nice.
Yeah, he also needed a haircut as well.
Yeah, lost his mo, lost his head tape, lost his tattoos. We do like our referees to be nice and clean cut, so they know the legalities of everything. As now Buckingham goes out to Chapman Kenny, and he's just going to be brought down. So he's out of commission for this 5th tackle.
Yeah, it's a big loss.
Where is this Manly team going to go? They go to Bontoff, and he goes high, very high. They go into Freeburn. Russell takes it somehow. Freeburn not even in the picture. But he's brought down 5 meters out from the line. So a great set there from Manly, but unable to capitalise.
Oh,
Harche again, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Manly aren't putting up high balls for Goodwin, who hasn't even seen the ball this game.
I actually don't think he's touched it, hey.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he'd be completely fresh and he might be able to get something going because he just basically hasn't been playing this game.
There he is. We've just seen him on the field right at the bottom of the screen there, Ethan Goodwin. So, friends and family, he is on the field. We haven't lost him. It's now Tedesco from lock. Goes to the 40-20 and sends it way out on the full. Someone in Lottolands just copped a Falcon.
I think he's
that's not pretty there from the substitute lock. Where's Hell Yeah when you need him, hey?
Yeah. Nearly hit the photographer.
Someone find that man a map because he does not know where the field is. There's now Fahy. He's back on the field. Sorry, he's on the field for the first time, slotting into that left centre role. He's already had a touch and poor Ethan Goodwin can't get one. There's now Freeburn down the sideline. Is he going to work his way back in? He does. Doesn't want anything to do with that sideline. He's learned from Jack Tedesco. Now Alex Chapman gets a long ball to Goodwin, who gets an offload away to Parche. Those two were really good in their first, and they've been really good so far here again. He plays it to Buckingham. He goes to Bontoff, little short ball to Alistair Russell. He's had a lot of balls so far this game. A new lease on life after his scandal. Now Chapman Kenny goes past one. He's getting over the line. This man is too good.
Has he scored every try for his team so far?
He has.
Wow. Talk about just like leading by example. How good is he?
He beat number 8 there. I think that's Kobe Johnson. I'm not sure. Just bang right foot. I got close to the line and got down low and go. Too easy for Kane Chapman Kenny. And this Manly team, they refuse to say die.
Yeah, definitely. That was kind of amazing to see. Just like this entire game, really. Just KCK just carrying his team right now. And I'd love to see...
Carry Kenny.
Yeah, I'd love to see some of his teammates actually giving him a hand. I think Bontoft's probably been the next best player. I reckon they can definitely utilize Goodwin and just him having surely 100% stamina because he hasn't even seen the ball. It's maybe like made a little cameo in the bottom of the screen a couple times, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think that like Partridge's been good. Goodwin Senior been very good as well. Freeburn, he was good on those kick returns, but yeah, Kane Chapman Kenny has just been a level above at the moment, which is what you want from your captain. And I believe he's their platinum. You want that from your best player. But if they can get around him, around him a little bit, this Manly team could go very, very far. As now Goodwin takes a hit up there.
Right, here's tackle 1.
Brought down by Numina, and a friend plays it back to Buckingham. Goes to Bontoff. So this Manly team, they've come to play. Parche can't repeat his earlier heroics. No tackle breaks in that one, but good nonetheless. It's now Mav Keller. He's just been a running halfback so far. A bit in the John McCartney mould. Just seems to want to get his hands on the ball and make things happen. But, Goodwin sighting, alert. Ethan Goodwin's had his first touch for a 4-metre gain. Maybe that's why they haven't been going to him. It's now Creed Alex Chapman takes the big kick down. Tatara Maxwell takes it, and the kick chase is not good. But KCK's there to wrap him up.
Yeah, KCK just having to wrap him up as well. His defensive line just not holding up on that occasion. And Maxwell, how dangerous of a runner is he?
Yeah, you give him a broken line. I thought Ethan Goodwin could have been there. Like we said, he is fresh, but he did just take a run. So he might have been a bit tired after that first hit up of the game. As now Lillard takes a hit up himself. Wrapped up there by Mav Keller, I believe. And now Boyd goes to Moana. Takes a shoulder before Boyd picks it up again. Can he get a little line break? He can.
Oh, Boyd.
Oh, and he turns KCK inside out and
No.
knocks it
No way.
on right before the line. That was magical from Corey Boyd until it wasn't. Some great defense there from the Manly side.
That,
He's held there.
I don't even have any words. Corey Boyd is going to want that one back. Just losing it right before the line. He could have just ran straight for it. He decided to go for the easier kick. But that's not really what's important when you can still get 4 points for your team.
Yeah, from a standing start, he just went in and away on the Manly centre, and they just had no answers here. Oh, no, and it hit off the ball. Oh, no, a little knock on there gives Manly 6 again. But, yeah, standing start, he made things happen, turned KCK inside out, which is very, very hard to do. And the Manly team just refused to let him go, and they all chased back and forced the knock on. And maybe that'll keep him in the game here as Pache takes a hit up.
2 hands away.
Out to Russell, who's, man, this second half, I feel like I've called his name every second touch. Every second play, sorry, for this Manly team. He just has so many touches. And now Fahy gets out of half. Wrapped up in the end there by Tatara Maxwell and Damo Moana. Charlie Butler, sorry. And now Mav Kelly gets it. Another run from the halfback. Sticky fingers. He just wants to get himself involved here. So he's out of commission on this last play here for the kick. And instead, Bontoff goes sideways. Down to Chapman Kenny, who gets that down for his trouble.
Yeah, probably not the best kick I've ever seen.
Not the worst I've ever seen, to be fair.
That's true, not the worst. We did see a worse one a bit earlier with Tedesco.
Yeah, not even the worst in this game. As now Lillard pushes forward. He's been good in this second row position since he's been there. He's not a bad left second row. He's had some huge games there, so hopefully he can get something going for the Bulldogs here. As now Tedesco plays it back to Wallace. Out to Lillard again. But he can't make very many post-contact meters. He gets brought down. Wallace goes again to Moana. Out to Kobe Johnson. I'm not sure what he's doing out there. He thinks he's playing second row again. Maybe take him off for the HIA, and he's going to play here. A big kick here incoming for the Bulldogs. And they go straight down. Is this our first Ethan Goodwin kick return? No. The kick goes well dead. Well dead.
Moana would rather kick it dead than let Goodwin have a kick return.
Yeah, it's the old Billy Slater problem, isn't it? You just rather put it dead than let him have a kick return. I didn't realise that Ethan Goodwin was in that category, but Moana obviously respects him a lot. It's Pache, another tackle break. He just can't be stopped here today. And the goose step again. Who is this man? He's got a new lease on life this second half. Just can't be brought down. As now Goodwin follows it up. You said it before, there was the 1-2 punch of Goodwin and punch, but I think Pache's just added that, turned into a little 3-step combo. These 3 props here for Manly have been great here as Anderson takes a run there. I think that's his first touch for the game. And Goodwin was a bit too excited. He was going to get the ball out to Ethan, Brad to Ethan, but unfortunately the pass was forward out of dummy half.
Man, I keep on seeing this. It's making me sad for Pache. He pulls off these amazing plays and then his team just throws it away right after. And Pache, I was about to say, might be one of the trades of the season because of how good he's been this game. But man, they're just throwing away their opportunities here.
Yeah, I think that trade there, the 3-player Manly Eels trade, was just the perfect example of how trades can benefit both players. Like, Eels have Luke Shaw, they got Anthony McDonald. They have a lot of props. They didn't have a fullback, and now Tala Amatangi is killing it for him. Versus Manly, who needed an extra prop, and Ollie Partridge has been great. Freeburn as well on that wing has been tremendous. Just a good example of some wholesome SRL trading. As now Goodwin, here we are. What can he do? He's brought down on first contact.
Yeah, it's a lot unlike a Matty Harris trade where only he benefits from it. So it's good to see just, good all-round trades where everyone wins.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention him, but yes, he is a noted trade scam artist. But anyway, not to focus on him in this Manly Bulldogs game here. Now Chapman Kenny goes out to Freeburn, one of those trade players that we were talking about. He goes straight past one out there in that right edge. Brought down 45 metres out from the Bulldogs line. We've hit a bit of a stalemate this half, do you think, Riley?
Yeah, it's just looked too hard to crack each other. I mean, both teams have definitely had options and opportunities, but Butler through the line.
Yeah, speaking of opportunities, they've just given the Bulldogs a good one here. And KCK compounds the error. The half break into the penalty, and Bulldogs are going to be in a box seat here to extend to get back in the lead for the first time in probably 15 minutes. I think KCK scored really early in this second half. And then we've just been watching them go up and down the field.
Yeah, Bulldogs will definitely want to try and get ahead here because it's
Put
looking
Hell Yeah
very
back on.
close. Oh, hell yeah's back on.
No, I said put him back on.
Ah,
John Bomarava's back on in that lock role. Maybe he'll come back on as that 65-minute lock sub. I'm not sure. Now
maybe.
Tyron Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Wow, the big swan dive. That was way too easy. Got him one-on-one on that Cruz Bontoff out there on that left edge there. And he went straight past him. No one to stop him. We just see straight through. Not much any of them could do. Tatara Maxwell too good. Cruz Bontoff with a little late shot there for his troubles. I'm not sure that will be well received here from the Bulldogs. And yeah, just like we mentioned, Manly just made errors and then compounded them with penalties. And this Bulldogs seems too good to not take advantage of that.
Yeah, and how good's the battle of the fullbacks as well? It's just so fun to watch, just two elite fullbacks, and Butler just off the upright, leaving the door open just a smidge for Manly.
Yeah, I don't think that's the last try in this game. I think the way this is shaping up, we could be in for a cracker finish. So Bulldogs just have to make sure they're the team that scores. Because Manly, they won't miss the conversion, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you're right, Snicko. Definitely got a lot on the line here.
Can we just clip that, please, chat? Riley Murray, I think you're right, Sticko. That's a moment for generations. Now Colin takes a prop hit up. He's back on the field here. He was great in that centre. He scored that tremendous try. As now Wallace goes out to Dave Moana. He goes to Tedesco. He's got one last run in him before he goes off the field. He's had a really impactful game, Tedesco. Unfortunately, not the impact that you want with the big kick out on the forwards. Now Lillard goes straight past KCK. Goes out to Corey Boyd. He's brought down there by Freddie Anderson. And he's going to play it there to Corey Goats, who I feel like just wants to touch the ball. He's even slotting in the dummy half. Now Wallace takes this little settler. Who's going to go to half? It's Tatara Maxwell. And now Moana goes wide out to Tedesco. Out to Charlie Butler. No dummy there, but they gained 62 metres in that set, which is really good after points. And they're going to have a chance here for an attacking kick. And it goes to Moana. This is a great kick. Very, very good kick. Who's under it? It's KCK. Is he going to get driven back? No, he's not, but he cleans up well there. Really saves the Manly team's bacon.
Yeah, that's risky from KCK, just letting it bounce in the end goal. He definitely could have just gotten under it and gotten his team over to the 20-metre line, but he decides not to, and they end up alright at the end of it.
Yeah, the bouncing ball is no one's friend, and KCK took a gamble there. Beckman back on the field now to finish out for this Manly side. He's going to be key if they can get over the line. As now Goodwin goes straight into Mayava. He's decided second row isn't enough of a forward position for him. He's slotted into prop Mayava, and this 99 speed could be dangerous. What was that kind of pass?
Yeah, that was like a flick out the back.
Yeah, and Mav Keller was not expecting it, and true to form, he just takes the hit up, as he has done all game. Bulldogs now, they're going to have a chance to go 10 points ahead here.
Yeah, look, Bulldogs, they've got another good opportunity here to shut this game out.
Shut the gate.
Yeah, and Seagulls, they're just going to want to hold on as well as they can, but Wallace through the line, offload.
Yeah, he's been really good this second half, Wallace, just getting out of half and picking his moments a lot better than he has the second half. As now Lillard, is he going to be able to push over? I think
surely not.
He's just too big and too strong, Sam Lillard. We've talked about how effective he can be in the second row. Will K's got this one wrong. It's definitely a try, yeah. And Bulldogs, they just run away with this one now.
Yeah, look, you hate to see it for the Seagulls. They've been so good all game. They've just been hanging in there, but it's going to be hard for them to come back now.
Yeah, the cream always rises to the top, as they say. In this Bulldogs team, they've had a few stumbles, but they are a very good team here. They've just shown this Manly team just how good they can be. They're going to go to 28 points to 18. Actually, with the way Bontoff Butler kicks, maybe not.
We'll see. Good kick.
Very, very easy. Never in doubt. Butler kicks that to 28 points to 18. Yeah, I just feel like this might be a bridge too far for the Manly team now.
Yeah, maybe if they had a bit more time, but 12
maybe
minutes
if they had
against
someone
the
to
Bulldogs.
score points that wasn't KCK.
Yeah, I think that would be good for them. Still, Goodwin barely done anything this game as well. He's got to be a bit bored out there.
I think he's got a big moment in him. I just hope it's not too little too late. I think you're right. He's just been relaxing so far on that right edge there. So is Corey Goats, to be fair, on the left edge for the Bulldogs. He's barely touched the ball.
Yeah. You're right. I'm wondering why, because I'm pretty sure that Goats has gone to the other wing for the Bulldogs. Even though he was amazing last week, he's their best player on his wing, but they've moved him over to the other side, I believe.
Wait, so is Goats playing left or right?
I think he's playing right.
Yeah, right, interesting. Because, yeah, he's been tremendous in his rookie season. And, yeah, I feel like I've barely called his name so far in this game. Now Johnson goes to Maava. He's just been a workhorse, hasn't he, Maava? Not done anything flashy, but he's just made the meters that his team has needed for him here as the Bulldogs finish off their set with a Butler kick. Goes to Bontoff. Yeah, not too impressive there from Charlie Butler.
Yeah, look, if Manly can... Oh, never mind.
Ah.
Never mind. John Boy Mayava just comes up with it, and that's a bit disappointing for the Seagulls.
Yeah, it means that the Bulldogs are going to start their set well within the Manly half here. Now, Tatara Max will go straight through. They're going to be well within the Manly half here. They're going to come finish this set with the opportunity for some points. And it'll be a bit disappointing for this Manly team. As now Common straight through the middle. Wow, the ankle tap brings him down. The ankle tap brings him down. As now Wallace tries to get out of half, but he's brought back. Yeah, I feel like this score doesn't really flatter the Manly team. They've been really good. And if the Bulldogs get another one, it'll just be not really reflective of how hard Manly fought this game here. As Mayava plays it to Wallace, and he goes to Butler. He's going to be brought down, I don't know, a couple of meters out from the Bulldogs line. So Moana's going to have to kick here. There he goes, Tim, and he gets the grubber in. And
did he get that?
I don't know. Did he clean up? We'll have to wait and see on the replay. Will Kay says no try.
Oh, it looks like he got it.
I say try. I don't have X-ray vision.
Oh, it's close. I think he's got that.
Yeah, I think he's got that as well.
Yes.
Moana with a double. 2 grubbers for himself. He decides he doesn't need the other 12 players on the field. And he's put this game well out of reach here for this Manly team.
How good of a comeback is this for Moana? Just a shocker last week and just comes back and has a very good game. His short kicking game has been very good so far this game. And he's just...
Yeah, form is temporary, class is permanent.
Exactly.
Moana has both here today and he's been tremendous for this Bulldogs team.
Yeah, he's had an amazing game so far. And he's probably been the reason why his team has run away with it now. And now it's just the Seagulls. They're just going to do damage control, not let them score any more points, I reckon.
Yeah, 16 points. It's blown out a little bit here for this Manly team. It's their first chance in a while to really take it to one of the SRL contenders, and they've fallen a little bit short, but they shouldn't be too disappointed. A couple of different things went their way, and they could have come out on top, but yeah, not to be today, I don't think now. As Moava takes another hit up. He goes out to Butler. He goes to Common straight through the middle. He's been a bit of a find here for this Bulldogs team. And he gets the offload away to Moana, but he's brought down there by Freddie Anderson. And he plays it to Wallace. He goes to Kobe Johnson. He goes a little short ball. Kobe Johnson ball playing. Watch out if he gets that on lock because he's already a dangerous runner. And now Wallace goes out to Common and he's brought down again by Freddie Anderson. He's been a bit of a workhorse in that right second row, as you'd expect, making his tackles in the second half. As now Hodgson goes to Butler, goes out to Maava. And he's brought down. It's like he wants to be on that right second row the way he's lining up there, but he isn't, in fact, a prop at the moment. They go back to Butler. He goes straight into the bum of one of his own players, and that's a rare blemish here for the Bulldogs side in the last 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, the people that have gone 18 plus for Bulldogs are kind of just a bit disappointed after that one. Looks like it might be a bit difficult for that to happen for them. Now Seagulls, they can maybe get a try just to finish the game off and make this scoreline not look as bad.
A little consolation try. I wouldn't put it past him. Where's KCK? Because we know that's where the points come from today. They go to Beckman. He's been strong, as he always is, but unfortunately not really able to change the impact. Now Pato goes really fast hit up, and he goes back to Alistair Russell, back one in that prop role.
Bad offload there, lost about 10 metres from that.
Yeah, but it's good vibes. As now Beckman takes a hit up out of half. Just shows that this Manly team, they're still playing football. They haven't put the cue in the rack yet. They go out to Bontoff and he drops it to Mav Keller. Mav Keller finally was going to get some space. And Bontoff just says, nah, I think I'd rather drop the ball on the ground than give it to his halves partner, which sounds like there's a bit of disharmony in this Manly team at the moment.
Yeah, just a little bit. They might need to figure that out. But Mayava, how good's he been? Just
Yeah,
coming
he's
into
been
the
really good in
prop
this
stint.
prop role, yeah.
He's a bit quiet at second rower, but showing some good signs at prop.
Hands away.
Yeah, the classic 99 speed prop, they're always good in the SRL, especially when the opposition gets tired here, as Maxwell takes a little hit up. It'll be interesting to see where Moyava ends up to finish the season. Damo Moana obviously just fine-tuning things at the moment with his Bulldogs team, and I'm sure when the finals come around, he will settle into his best 17 now. As Moana kicks it, once again, not to Ethan Goodwin. I feel a bit sorry for the right winger for Manly. He just hasn't been able to get involved. The ball doesn't find him when the Bulldogs kick it. Manly can't seem to pass left to right because the ball doesn't make it out to him there either, as now Russell takes it up. Maybe they need a bit of a switch of wings in the next game, Manly.
Yeah, I think that might be a good plan for them. We'll see what KCK cooks up for next week. But finals is coming. All the teams need to start getting ready, get their best 17, figure out how their team is best lined up. And
well, I think with this result, depending on other results for the week, Manly were sitting in 5th coming into this at the start of the round, so they could even find themselves out of the 8 with this loss. Of course, depends on if different teams have won and lost throughout the week. I haven't checked the ladder yet as we've gone. So yeah, Manly forgetting about just finding their best 17. I think they just got to make it their first. There's Buvalakwa. So it is Corey Goats on the left wing after all. So yeah, him and Ethan Goodwin have just been staring at each other all game. As Maava takes, will this be the last hit up? No. One last hit up here for the Bulldogs. He goes to Charlie Butler. He throws it intercept to finish. Errol Ray Romano, another player who he barely caught. There must have been a strong cross breeze going from the bottom of his screen to the top in that second half because not much went on down there. But the Bulldogs have really stormed away with his 16-point winners over this Manly team, which were brave, but unfortunately couldn't get going here in the second half.
Yeah, a bit disappointing from the Seagulls, but you got to admit they did show a lot of class this game. Just even with the possession, it's insane, but they didn't stop competing, I reckon.
Yeah, 60-40 possession is always going to make it very hard. Line breaks were an extra 9 to the Bulldogs, which isn't crazy considering the possession. Missed tackle was about the same. Of course, the big moment there for Manly is KCK with a hat-trick in a losing side. Always very good. And then Tatara Maxwell and Moana both had doubles there for the Bulldogs.
You want to look at the Seagull stats now?
Yeah, that would be helpful. Freeburn, 215 metres versing Ethan Goodwin with 33 metres. That's the tale of two wings. Just couldn't get things going there. Pache was huge. 41 minutes, 184 metres. 3 line breaks and a couple of tackle breaks that aren't recorded, unfortunately. KCK, 180 metres, 3 tries, 5 line breaks, 15 tackles. Rex Buckingham, 33 tackles for 1 miss. That's pretty tremendous as well. So a lot of good signs there for this Manly team, but unfortunately just couldn't quite get it going here today.
This has got to be close to a record for the tackles, though, right? That's pretty insane from Buckingham.
Yeah,
Very
I'm not
good
sure.
game
We'll
from
have to have a look. Yeah.
We'll look at the Bulldogs now. Wallace, wow.
Yeah, playing hooker, of course. So run meters a bit skew-if there, but he did have 2 line breaks, which is good. Marva, 183 metres. So we said he was a workhorse all game, and he was. 4 line breaks for the man, 183 metres, 12 tackles. Lillard, huge as well, 176 metres. Comene, he played 40 minutes at centre and still managed 166 metres with 4 line breaks. Moana, 135 running metres, 232 kick metres, and 2 tries is a pretty handy stat line. Filippo Good, unfortunately, only had the 1 run for 9 metres, which is no good. And yeah, Corey Goats also just could not get his hands on the ball with 3 runs for 21 metres.
He actually
2 line
ran
breaks
less
and 3
meters
runs.
than Goodwin. Can you believe
Yeah,
that?
well, and he had 2 line breaks, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
But all around, just a lot of good meterage there for the Bulldogs side. It makes sense why they were able to run away winners there.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Now, time for your highlights.
Time for your highlights. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back next week with more SRL action. Anti-tampering closes tomorrow morning. Expect some DMs the entire SRL if they're coming.
I think it's right after this game, actually.
I believe. Well,
Is
you
it?
know what? We'll wait and see. If you get a DM from me in about a minute, then you know that the tampering is closed.
Alright, thank you for watching SRL.